welcome to the Questionnaires podcast, where each week we source the best questions from Yahoo Answers and attempt to provide the best advice from
Did you guys hear Yahoo Answers is shutting down on May 4th?
to.
What the fuck are we going to do?
We're here to prove that every question deserves an answer. Joined with me this week, as always, is Marcus.
Hello.
And Damien.
Today is a dark day, Tom.
It's funny, like when I saw that come up, I was like, oh no, my livelihood.
Oh, yeah, that's it. Our livelihood
Yeah.
was in tatters.
I
Yeah.
did see some humor in the fact that I think we were the only three people in the world when we saw that news article saying it's being shut down.
Yeah.
Who were like immediately like, I need to share this with my friends. People need to know.
This is binge.
Yeah.
This is like newsworthy of friend
Whereas
sharing.
most people would have just scrolled straight past it
Yeah.
and not even
Yeah.
registered.
Everyone on Twitter was just like, you mean we don't get gems like this anymore? It's like, how do I get my girlfriend Pergonant instead of pregnant? Like they're making fun. Like, it's like, yeah, get rid of it. It's sort of
Yes.
shit. It's like, no,
We need it.
It's
Yeah.
our livelihood.
It is our livelihood.
So we had a damage control meeting on Messenger that morning when the news did drop.
We
Yeah.
thought 2020 was bad.
Yeah, right.
This is our pandemic.
COVID's next cup was Yahoo Answers.
That's it. We had disaster relief meeting.
Yeah.
We'll try to figure out. That's it.
Look, I think we can take solace in the fact that we've done this show for 5 years. So in a way, we've unintentionally made an archive
Yeah.
of Yahoo Answers. There's
Yeah.
5 years of questions littered throughout, our episodes.
Yep.
So that's kind of nice to know.
That's true. That's true.
Yahoo Answers will live on through this podcast until, because we archive our
Yeah,
own
they get
episodes
archived too.
until that all gets archived.
Yeah.
So you did mention, Tom, we have gone into, we've had some meetings.
Yeah.
We've
yeah.
spoke, we've discussed.
Yeah, the boardroom was closed doors all day. Several orders of
The
like
kingdom
Chinese,
doors- the
Chinese
kingdom
food.
doors were shut down.
We had to order
That's it.
takeaway as
Yeah.
we were just sitting there talking all day, trying to work out what we're going to do.
And what was the solution, Tom? What did we come up with?
Well, look, luckily, I mean, Yahoo Answers is closing down, is shutting down on May 4th. But we found this little gem that you might have heard of called the internet, which also happens to be a well of stupid questions that we can source elsewhere. So,
People ask stupid questions on the internet everywhere.
Yes.
They don't just go to
Yes.
Yahoo,
Yeah,
thankfully.
Exactly. We would look exclusively on Yahoo Answers,
Yeah.
but obviously it just means that, you know what, the well has dried up and this is a kingdom and sometimes our resources get depleted.
Yeah.
I feel like Yahoo Answers was a puddle
Yep.
and the internet was the ocean.
Yeah.
We were fishing in the puddle.
Right.
Now we're going into the ocean.
We were fishing for tiny fish.
Yeah.
Moby Dick's out there.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
got to get some dick.
That's it. Moby. That's it. He's there.
Yeah, we'll get Moby. Yeah, we'll actually get Moby.
Yeah.
So
No, that's perfect. Like you said, thankfully, stupidity is not exclusive to Yahoo Answers.
That's right.
It exists in other pockets of the internet.
Yep.
So we guarantee you guys we will still bring you stupid questions every week
Yeah.
that we will endeavor to answer.
exactly. We might just change the intro and that's pretty much it. Otherwise,
Yeah.
luckily we didn't brand the podcast Yahoo Answers specific. A, we probably would have been sued, and B, it would have hurt these moments like this.
Yeah,
But-
if we were called the Yahooligans, it would have
Yes.
been really
Yeah.
hard to pivot from that.
Yeah.
No, exactly. But it's okay. Look, that was a big thing that happened, obviously.
It was a big thing that happened to us three.
Yeah, but it was. I mean, after having we had a week of no episode as well.
Yeah.
The bombshell of Marcus dropped on us at the end of the episode before.
Yep, I had to give the audience time to recover.
Yeah.
And you're just reopening that wound.
And look,
Tom.
we did have someone get in touch with us, and they were actually broken up about Marcus's situation. So Marcus
Yeah.
basically said that that Parmesan cheese is not an acceptable cheese, and it really did strike us as a strange thing to say.
I actually think that was the final straw that
Yeah.
broke
Broke
Yahoo
Yahoo's
Answers back.
answer.
They
Yeah.
heard Marcus say that and said, well,
It's a hex.
we can't associate ourselves with Parmesan haters.
No.
Yeah, we put a hex on the podcast,
Yeah.
Marcus. So we had a listener write in that said, "Can't believe it's been 3 days since the podcast, and I still cannot digest what Marcus mentioned about cheese on pasta."
wow.
So this listener suggested that the King's Court must be called upon to exact justice. It is justified. As a fellow Italian, the nonna inside of me is crying.
Oh, no.
Poor Nonna.
Not his inner nonna.
And then they thanked us me and Damien for pulling our weight as well. Which
Yeah, they didn't thank me.
I mean, no.
understandable.
Why would they thank you, Marcus?
Yeah.
It's nice to finally receive an email from one of our listeners who aren't berating me. I feel like I only get hate mail, so it was nice to get something that thanked me
He
for
said
once.
the other two. He didn't even specifically say Damien.
The best
so-
part is the other listener who's been berating Damien week in, week out said that he accepted the fact that you called his mother hot, and you accepted the fact that he has no humor.
Hey.
Hey, why are we bringing this back up again? Now he's going to come at him
He
again.
did not accept my cheese hate for Parmesan.
Oh, okay.
He flat out said, he goes, I can look past all of that.
Really?
But Marcus and his Parmesan cheese,
Oh.
no way.
Right. So there you
So
go.
there you go.
And let the record state, I did not call his mum hot. I called her sexy. All right. So let the record show that.
Okay. Well, look.
We've digressed enough, I
We've
think.
digressed enough. Let's get in. We need to answer these questions as quick as we can because the website is it's on borrowed time.
Listen, I love how we're complaining about it being shut down and we're wasting the most amount of time.
Oh, look at that. We didn't have time for any questions this week. Never mind.
Never mind.
So that's what we're going to do. We're going to answer questions from the website Yahoo Answers. It's what we do each and every week.
This is such a sad thing
I
to
know.
say now.
It is.
And it's not the same thing we do every week. It's the same thing we do for the next month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Until it's done.
It's like it's on Dead Men Walking sort of thing. Like it's on death row.
Walking
Yeah.
the line.
Walking the line,
Walking
these
the
Yahoo
line.
Answers.
So we're going to answer some questions from the website while it's still here. The other thing we do each week is we name the question askers after a theme. It's my theme this week. And I thought it's fitting to name a question askers after, on the day that this comes out, it's actually National Cheese Fondue Day.
Hey.
So why not name our questions after types of cheeses?
Yeah.
What do you think about that, Marcus?
I like it.
Yeah.
You've rehashed it. You've
Yeah.
rehashed
It's
all the
just-
wins for people. Not me though. I'm
Marcus,
simple.
we need to make you lactose tolerant,
Yeah.
okay? Because you've been lactose intolerant.
Look.
We're going to make you lactose tolerant.
So that's what that means.
Yeah, that's right. It is. It's hating
exactly.
cheese.
I want to go first.
Okay.
All right. Now I got to let it be known. I like all cheeses, even Parmesan cheese. Just
All right.
Oh, here we
So-
go.
You're
Listen
so
to
full of shit.
Marcus afraid of being cancelled over his cheese opinions.
Yes.
I love some of my best friends are Parmesan
Yeah, right,
cheeses.
right.
yeah, exactly. My best friend Parmesan, he didn't like my
I once
comments.
hooked up with some Gouda.
Hey.
Like, I love Gouda.
Marcus, it's too late to apologise to the Parmesans and
right,
daughters,
well,
all right? So,
Fuck Parmesan. We're going with Bocconcini.
Oh,
hell yeah.
All right,
That's my
Bocconcini.
shit right there.
Yeah. All right. All right. Bocconcini, all right, seeing. My boyfriend has hundreds of pictures of my dad on his laptop. I confronted him about it and he said it's for research. All right. So my boyfriend and I have been together for about a year. We live together and he has a couple of laptops. One of them is a personal one, which I occasionally use. A few days ago, I opened his laptop, which wasn't shut down, and it opened a photo album. My dad was on the thumbnail. So I clicked on it. He had hundreds of photos of my dad. I asked my boyfriend about it, and he simply said it's for research. I asked him what he's researching exactly, and then he said that he can't tell me because it's confidential. I told him that it's very bizarre and worrying that he has a ton of my dad's pics on his personal laptop. He just gave me a weird smirk and said, whatever you think it is, it's the opposite. I feel like I'm in the Twilight Zone or something. His complete nonchalance, the way he's not been bothered how it comes across. We talked about it again and he said that he understands how I feel but shouldn't be worried. I'm confused. This isn't normal, right?
Bocconcini.
Bocconcini.
Oh.
Jesus.
Oh my God. Jesus.
So this guy
Yes.
has hundreds of pictures of his girlfriend's dad on his computer.
Yeah, hundreds apparently.
He's got multiple laptops, and one of them is filled with. He's got terabytes of pictures of.
Well, that's the thing. Who knows what's on the other laptops?
Yeah, that's a good
You
point.
don't know. There might
Yeah.
be more pictures.
Videos of his
Right.
dad. Of her, yeah.
Is her dad famous? Does she make note that
She
he's...
does mention that he's in a job that allows him to have many pictures online, but she wouldn't divulge.
What does that
Oh,
mean?
okay. Because that's interesting. Because I was going to say, if you were to have, if I was to find you had a folder full of pictures of my dad, I'd be like, how? Like, I don't know. I reckon I've seen every photo of my
just behind the bushes taking photos.
Yeah, but I'm just like, I don't know how many photos of my dad are out there. Like, he's of a generation that he doesn't have like Facebook and
Right,
stuff, so he's
true.
not posting photos up all the time.
Yeah.
But here's the thing: if your dad is in a forward-facing job, in that like he might be out in the public, maybe
Might
he's
be
like
media man.
He might be the president of
If
like
your
I
dad
don't
was
know.
Eddie Maguire.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or he might be like the president of like the local ballet company or something like that.
Yeah,
I don't know if the local
There's-
ballet
I mean, I
company
see
has-
photos of them plastered everywhere.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah,
They're
right.
like,
Local
it's
ballet
like if
It's Johnny Twinkletoes.
what I'm saying is if I Google Johnny Twinkletoes and he Google images, I would get photos of him, right?
Right, okay,
You get-
okay.
Because there's
Yeah.
I get
professional
you.
photos.
Yeah. I think if you, okay, good point.
Do you think it's less weird if your dad is kind of publicly known
Yeah.
and they have the pictures, or does it not matter?
Well, then you're almost like you are a fan, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
You become a fan if they're a public figure.
But I mean, I'm a fan of Donald Glover. I don't have a folder of
Yeah.
pictures of him on my computer.
Let's say you're a teenager All right. You,
Okay.
Okay.
You had a lot of pictures of a band you like, and he was a lead singer of the band.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I don't think that applies to this.
Why not?
He was.
Because
She doesn't divulge into what job.
I don't think they're teenagers by the sounds of it.
Yeah, he has a lot of laptops.
That's
What
sort of-
teenager
And
has a
also,
lot
why
of
her
laptops?
dad, of all
Yeah,
things?
yeah.
He's not the singer of a
Okay,
band.
if her dad was like Dave Grohl,
That's what I mean, yeah.
yeah, I mean, it'd sort of be like.
I like how he's like, it's confidential. Like, he just refused to tell her.
Yeah.
It's like,
What-
it's confidential.
What I
I'll
like
tell
is whatever you think it is, it's the opposite.
It's
of that.
the
It's like,
opposite.
well, I think you're trying to fuck him. So,
you. I'm not trying to fuck
Yeah,
him.
so what-
I'm trying to get fucked by him.
right. I'm a bottom.
Can you guys think of a reason as to why he would have that many photos?
Like why they would have the photos on their computer.
Yes.
Yeah.
I would say he's making a gift and he needs to paper mache it out of photos of her dad.
Yeah.
Or like it's like some sort of mural. That would
Yes,
be my
I did think
guess.
about maybe a gift, like maybe a photo book or something
Yeah,
like
right,
that he's
yeah, right.
doing.
Maybe. Or just close-ups of his face. Like she's cropped out so obviously.
maybe it's a present for her.
That's what I would think.
Oh, I mean, I love my dad. Do I want hundreds of photos of him?
But do you want a
Alright.
handbag with his face plastered all over it?
Let's talk about it in the sense of maybe, like, we don't know the whole situation, but maybe he's a single parent
Okay.
and she really loves her dad and he wants to make a present for her about something.
He's making like a quilt.
I know.
with his face.
I personally, I know I've got a folder on my laptop with all photos of my partner,
Okay.
Yes.
and like a ton of photos. And I did that for our engagement. I did a photo book,
Right.
so I needed that. So maybe that's something similar.
Oh, okay.
Like,
You know what
it's-
it might be?
Yeah.
You know when, like, okay, let's just say tomorrow you wake up in the morning and who's a famous person, Marcus?
Owen Wilson.
Owen Wilson. Yes.
Is
Owen Wilson.
Owen
yeah.
Wilson?
Yep.
He's dead.
Oh, no.
Owen Wilson has died, right?
Yeah.
All these news companies they've already pre-made like a thing, like a real
memorial,
An obituary.
an
memorial,
obituary
yeah.
for Owen Wilson,
Yeah.
right? So maybe she's preparing an obituary and she's just sort of getting things together now
Yep.
to be like, one day
One day you're going to want all these photos.
Owen Wilson's going to croak
Yep.
and we need to like have it ready to go.
It's
And
very
you think
morbid.
the boyfriend is organizing that?
I mean, look,
The
hey,
boyfriend's
we don't
morbid.
know.
Honestly, if I opened my girlfri's laptop,
Yeah, right.
found hundreds of pictures of my dad, and she told me that was the reason, I would have preferred that you were sexually attracted to him. That's the less weird thing in this scenario.
You find like an MP4 file that's like pictures of your dad over time of your life by Green Day. Like it's like another turning point. Like
Like,
what
that's-
happened?
What happened to him?
That is such a morbid
It is a
reason
very
to be that
morbid.
forward thinking about stuff
Well,
like that.
Damien, it's the exact opposite of what you think it is. He doesn't want to fuck him. He wants to like end his life.
He wants to memorialize
yeah,
him.
right. That's the opposite, I
Yeah.
would say.
It is weird that he isn't telling her why.
Yeah.
I think. Do you think if you were organizing a gift, let's say like the photo book or something,
Yep.
and you got caught with all those pictures, do you think you would just explain it to avoid any awkwardness, or do you think you would do what this guy did and be coy?
I would explain it.
Well, I think it's a good idea to explain it because it's just like, well, whoa, this is a tough one to get out of.
Yeah,
It's like
well-
the best answer is the truth.
Yeah, it's just like you got to say the truth. If you say a lie, I'm trying to fuck your dad. It doesn't really work.
I mean,
out.
you would go anywhere but there, Marcus. I think
Yeah,
that's.
I'm trying to get fucked by your dad. That's
Has he said anything
There's a
about
slight
me?
distinction.
Slight distinction.
I don't want to F your dad. I want to be F'd by him.
It's a big
all right.
difference.
Question for you guys:
Okay.
If you on your phone right now
Yes.
or your laptop,
Yes.
do you have an image or a set of images that would make your partner question
Yes.
what the fuck?
Marcus, yes. I've been through a situation
Oh,
like this.
really?
all right,
What do you
all
have
right.
photos of?
So there was a period, this is when I still worked in an office,
Okay.
where the guy next to me, he would always stand up from his desk and he'd stretch, but he'd do this thing where you like hung down to touch his toes, right?
Oh.
And he would just hang there for like a good 5 minutes.
Right.
And I always used to make the joke, I'll give him the name Robert. I'd
Yeah.
be like, hey guys, Robert's run out of batteries again, because he would just be hanging there for like 5 minutes, right?
Robert the robot.
Yeah.
Robert.
So then I thought it would be funny. So he'd do it every day. I started taking pictures of him in that pose.
Oh, nice.
And because my plan was to turn it into a GIF of
Yay.
like throughout the whole year,
Yeah.
just flicking through him in different outfits, like powered down essentially,
Beautiful,
right?
beautiful.
We're friends. It's not a weird thing. We get along. It's not like just like I'm not bullying a coworker. I
Right.
thought I'd clarify
Yeah,
that.
yeah, right.
And then one day my girlfriend was going through my phones with the phone. She's like, why do you have multiple pictures of Robert on your phone?
Oh, yeah.
And then I explained to her what I just told you guys.
You tell the truth, though, right?
Yeah. And she was still like, That doesn't really make it that much better.
He's always
nice. Stop.
He's always presenting to you, Damien.
Yeah, right.
You've got to think for his butt. Like,
No, it wasn't from the butt.